Hello Java aspirants, this is Gaurav, an expert Java trainer. As per high demand from many people, I am commencing the Java discussion from scratch. Let's keep types of comments and API documents and also our first Java program topic on the table today for discussion. So here we are going to start now. There are three types of comments in Java. Single line comment. These comments are for making a single line as a comment. These comments are start with a symbol double slash and after this whatever is written till the end of the line is taken as a comment. For example, this is my comment of one line. Now next is multi-line comments. These comments are used for representing several lines of comments. These comments are start with slash star and end with a star slash. In between slash star and star slash, whatever is written is treated as a comment. For example, like slash star, this is my first line comment, this is my second line comment, this is my third line comment, and I'm closing star slash. So this is about multi-line comments. Now third one is Java documentation comments. These comments are start with slash star star and end with star slash. These comments are used to provide description for every feature in a Java program. This description proves helpful in the creation of a .html file called API documents, application programming interface documents. So what is an API document? An API document is an .html file that contains description of all the features of software, a product or a technology. API document is helpful for the user to understand how to use the software or technology. So now we can start our first Java program with multi-line comments. First, we have to import required classes. After importing the classes, next step is write a class. Then we have to print the message like welcome to Java or go for e-learning. Once you print the message, then we have to run the program. Now let us discuss in detail about our first Java program. First part is importing classes. First, we should decide which class are needed in our program. Generally, programmers are interested in two things: using the classes by creating objects in them or using the methods of the classes. In Java, methods are available in classes or interface. So, what is an interface? An interface is similar to a class that contains some methods. We will discuss later in more detail about interface. A group of classes and interfaces are contained in a package. A package is a kind of directory that contains a group of related classes and interfaces, and Java has several such packages in this Java library. If a programmer wants to use a class, then that class should be imported into his program. If he wants to use a method, then that corresponding class or interface should be imported into his program. In our first Java program, we are going to use two classes, namely system and string classes. So these classes belong to the package called java.lang. So these two classes must be imported in our program, or we can write as below. As both the classes are belong to same package, import java.lang.star. Import statement makes the JVM go to the standard Java library, execute the code there and substitute the result into the program. Here no code is copied and hence no waste of memory or processor time. So import is an effective mechanism than #include. Now after importing the classes, next step is write a class. Since Java is a purely object-oriented programming language, we cannot write a Java program without giving at least one class or object. So how to write a class? We should use class keyword for this purpose and then write the class name. A class code start with a open curly brace and end with a close curly brace. We know that a class or an object contains variable and methods called functions. In our first program, we have created only one method that is compulsory in it, main method. Because main method is not written in Java program, JVM will not execute it. So main method is must. Main method is the starting point for JVM to start execution of a Java program. Syntax is public static void main parameter. Next to the main method, we have written string args. So before discussing the main method, let us first see how a method works. Main method, a method generally performs two functions. It can accept some data from outside, or it can also return some result. Here in main function, args is the array name and it is a string type. This means that it can store a group of strings. Remember, this array can store a group of numbers but in the form of strings only, because type is a string. The value passed to the main method are called arguments. These arguments are stored into args array. Then a method can return some result also. So if we want to return the result in form of an integer, then we should write int before the method name. If a method is not meant to return any value, then we should write void before that method name. Main method does not return any value, so void should be written before that method name. A method is executed only when it is called. But how to call a main method? Methods are called using two steps in Java, as you know. Create an object to the class to which the method belongs. Class name, object name equals new class name. And then the method should be called using the object name dot method name. Since main method exists in class first, to call the main method we should first of all create an object to the first class. But objects are created only after calling the main method. But for calling the main method, first of all we required an object. Now how is it possible to create an object before calling the main method? So we should call the main method without creating an object. Such methods are called static methods and should be declared as static. Static methods are the methods which can be called and executed without creating the objects. Please keep this in mind. Since we want to call main method without using an object, we should declare main method as a static. Then how is the main method called and executed? Next is how main method will call. The answer is by using the class name dot method name. JVM calls main method using its class name as first dot main at the time of running the program. JVM is a program written by JavaSoft people and main is the method written by us. Since main method should be available to JVM, it should be declared as public. If we don't declare main method as public, then it does not make itself available to JVM and JVM cannot execute it. So now main method is public and static. Why it is static? Because it has to call before an object creation. And why it is public? Because it is available to JVM. Now our next step is print the message like welcome to Java. Here system is the class name and out is the static variable in the system class. Out is called a field in system class. When we call this field, a print stream class object will be created internally, so we can call the print method. System.out gives the print stream class object. This object by default represents the standard output device, that is the monitor. So the string welcome to Java will send to the monitor. Now next step is run the program. Save this program in a text editor like Notepad with the name first.java. Now go to the system prompt and compile it using Java compiler as JAVAC first filename .java. The compiler generates a file called first.class that contains bytecode instructions. This file is executed by calling the JVM as Java first. Then we can see the result. Welcome to the Java. So this is about our first Java program. So thank you for watching my video. Please keep watching my more videos to learn Java in an easy way. You can send me an email for any query to my email ID goforelearning@gmail.com. Thank you.